If you're thinking about or would like to add a bathroom onto your house, this is the video for you. I did a bathroom like this some years ago.
This is a 2.5. We pretty good.
The customer wanted to add a bathroom onto the house. So the contractor built a room on the side of their house, and myself, the plumber, electricians, and we all came in and we added our little parts to it. What makes this bathroom so popular is that it's a real easy system to build, and especially for the plumbing. Everything is on one wall or two walls. Everything is in the same location. Plumbing gets a little more difficult when you start doing plumbing as custom, where people have options where they want their toilets to set and their vanity set. They may want one to set on one side of the room, one on the other. And that's when this plumbing system will get a little difficult, especially for some. But this here is basically straight and simple. This is probably the simplest plumbing job that is out there as far as adding on a bathroom. So if you're not thinking about going custom and you want to save some money and time, this would probably be the best route to go. Before we get started, my name's Claude Taylor, and you are now watching the How To Plumbing channel. Before I can build a plumbing system, I need to build something that I can put the plumbing system on. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually building a platform that I can work off of, and it's just a small mock-up of part of a house. This would be the same as having a bathroom added onto your house. You can actually take this one that I'm building and the bathroom and complete and move it up next to a house, and you will have a bathroom add-on. And in this particular case, you're not only going to have a bathroom, you are going to also have a laundry and a kitchen on the other side. The foundation, the platform that I'm building is 8 foot by 8 foot, and the bathroom is actually going to be only an 8-foot bathroom. And on the other side of that bathroom is going to be a kitchen, and it's just going to be a little small part for the kitchen. It's not going to be an actual size. The bathroom will, and also we are going to add a laundry. And if you go to a lot of single family homes and apartments, this is pretty popular, this setup that I'm going to build here as far as a bathroom. And it's popular for one reason. It's quick, it's easy, and like I was saying, all the plumbing is in one location or close to one location, right in the same vicinity. So you don't have to go all over, jogging all over, bringing up different vents and running different lines. You can tie basically everything into the same system, and save on time and money. I may have mentioned this before, but some years ago I didn't. The contractor built a platform similar to this, but it was right up next to a house. And the customer just wanted to add a bathroom on to the house. And this is basically what you're going to do. What worked out great for that one was that customer had a basement, adjacent to this module that was built and up under the house. And to tie in the sewer system and water, it was really easy, because if you notice, you see this platform here, imagine a basement window just fitting right in one of those locations, and the waste line just ran straight down through that those floor joists and into the basement, and I was able to tie it into one of the main stacks. And the same thing with the water. I was able to tie it into the existing water in the house. So if you do have a basement, this is something you might want to consider. Um, just setting it up like this, you're going to have the little crawl space, and just position it right next to a basement window, and you know, you're good. Okay, for you carpenters out there, no, I'm not a carpenter. Done the best I could as far as carpentry. The idea was to just get some plumbing knowledge up in here, and give out plumbing information. And this bathroom is about 8 feet wide and about 5 feet, you know, long, just enough to fit a tub in. And this is pretty much going to be your standard size of a normal bathroom. And here we go. Usually before I get started on any, you know, type of running any type of sewer line or water or anything, this makes it easy for me to kind of draw it out in an isometric drawing, and then I could take the drawing itself and look at it really close, and I can start being able to see the parts, visualize the parts that I need for the job that needs to be done. So it makes it easier for me to make a parts list out, because all I have to do is just follow what I drew here on the drawing, and I can see that. And right there you see me, those little dashes mean that's a vent. And if it's a solid drawing, it's going to be the sewer. And you can see that I put the material list together and I wrote it on the side. And this is actually how I do it when I'm on a job site or at home trying to figure out how to design the plumbing on the house. They do make blueprints, but a lot of residential homes, they're not detailed blueprints. They're just like a top view, and it doesn't draw out the piping and stuff. You would normally see this on a commercial drawing, yes, but on a home, the plumber is kind of left up to his imagination, as well as the other trades. And right here is this is the PVC piping that we're going to use. This is foam core. This is they also have solid PVC, but I'm using foam core here because right now it's a little cheaper than using the regular solid PVC, and this is a lot lighter to work with. If I was going to put this in the ground, you know, bury these pipes in the ground, I would actually really use solid PVC and not this foam core. You can see the little kind of foam right there in the middle of the layers of the pipe right there. And of course, you probably read from the beginning, it's low pressure piping, and usually, which is good, because the sewer, you shouldn't have any pressure unless you have a backup, and let's hope that doesn't happen. And this is a 2-inch union. It's called a union trap because it's got that little union there. They didn't have a solid one, so I got that, and actually in the video you'll see that I end up not using that one. It was just for demonstration purposes, but I really rather use the glue type, and that's what I did. I replaced that one, and I used the glue type on the tub, and the laundry is where I needed the 2-inch P-traps.
From the outside of this wall to the outside of this wall, it's going to be approximately about 8 feet. A little more, but it's okay. So I'm going to make the toilet be in the center at 4 feet. And you can see there's a mark here already. And whenever you see something like this, it's an indicator that this is the center line of a drain or something, okay? So from there, off the wall, the toilet's going to be about 12 inches. So you see it has a mark here already. It's about 12 inches off the wall. After they put the drywall and tile and stuff, it's going to bring it out a little further. And we want to make sure that when we set this toilet, it is going to clear the back side of this here. So we're going to make a nice little round hole for this. So this is a 4-inch piece of pipe that I just cut so that I can make a nice round pretty hole. And the toilet flange to fit right in place. Okay. And that's going to be where the toilet's going to go, right there. And right here we're going to have the tub on this side here. And most of your tubs are going to be 30 inches. So we're going to go 15 inches to the center to cut out a spot so our drain to go down into, because it's going to be the center of the toilet. I mean the tub. Okay, and the center is going to be 15 since the tub is going to be 30. And here's another center line. So we are going to make an opening for the tub drain. Let's see, about right here, okay? This is where the opening of the tub drain is going to be. So we'll see later the tub drain, which we call the waste and overflow, will fit right down in this little slot once this is cut out. And a lot of times this is just cut out with the reciprocating saw. But if you're doing a bunch of these, at one time we were doing a whole bunch of apartments, 100 to 200 apartments, and we had to do this throughout the apartment complex. So that's a lot of cutting, and to do it with a reciprocating saw can be time consuming. So what we do is we grab a chainsaw, and it goes a lot faster and a lot quick. Okay, so those are the markings where we're going to cut those. And now we're going to have the drain to our this is going to be right up in here is going to be the laundry box. So we're going to drill our hole right here going straight down. So that means we are going to have to remove that nail that's in place right there. And we're going to go to at least the center of this. Well, actually, let's see, I'll take that back. Let's see how much room we got. We're going to come closer to this edge. That way, when we do run the water lines through or whatever, we can run it right through here without running into anything. I would put it on this side, but you can see down there we have this here that'll be in the way. So we're going to just cut our new drain line here. And this is going to be for the laundry. And now we've got, now I would like to bring this up right here from the toilet itself, but the issue is that we have this board here in the way, and if you notice we have nails here and nails there, so that's going to be an issue trying to get the vent pipe up that way. So we're going to just move it on over here to this side here. And we're going to get this close to the back as we can, so the 4-inch pipe will come through, and then that way it gives us some more room to get our water lines when we start running water lines right through here. So we're going to get the waste out the way first, and then we will work on the water. It's easier to get the water around the waste than it is to get the waste around the water. And this here, it will be cut out with a reciprocating saw. So this will be a square cut here, actually. This one I'll make round. I have an opportunity to make this one round. Okay, now that's going to be, so that main arm to the drains, the kitchen and bathroom sink drains. The bathroom drain is going to be here, and the sink, of course, on the other side. And we're going to stack the T's. I wanted to get a 4-inch street sanitary T, but they didn't have any, so bear with me. We're going to make this work here good. So the center of this here, that sanitary T right there, is going to be, what is that? We've got 2.5 inches, so we're going to make our mark 2.5 inches up here, 2 of them, 2.5 inches from that side of the board, and the sink is going to be about 20 inches, and so we make this one, this first one, 20 inches. First of all, we're going to come 20 inches off the floor. It's going to be for the kitchen sink. And what did we say? Two and a half to the center. Okay, so me lining this up right here where the kitchen sink is going to be. This is going to determine where our bathroom sink is going to be from here. That's going to be the center of that T, and this will be the center of this T. And again, 2.5 inches over. And that's going to be our center mark to drill. So we're going to run on 2-inch lines through here and catch our arms. We're going to use this one to cut the hole for the toilet right there. So this is a very old reciprocating saw. I had this for about 20 years or more, actually. This blade, of course, is going to be too long. So we're going to use this one. The thing about reciprocating saws, some people don't really know. I've even found plumbers that don't know it. You can switch the blade around to any side, and now the newer reciprocating blades, you can actually pivot the whole thing to the side and all types of ways. Well, anyway, Let's get started on this one. Now, if you're not comfortable using a reciprocating saw, I wouldn't recommend, not using it, or have someone cut it for you. Or you can actually drill holes and use a another saw. And that blade is pretty old too. Well, as you can see, we did run to the floor joist right here, and this happens on a lot of jobs. I'm glad it happened right here because, now you can see how real this is. This is real time and things that you can run into. So one of the ways that we can straighten this out, we can cut this board from downstairs. I'll have a carpenter cutter and put like a header in here, which means he'll have the 2x6 going this way, just just right in here, and this piece will be cut out, but it'll still have strong support. So that's what we'll probably do on this job, rather than moving it over an inch or so. We want to keep the distance. So we're going to work on that, and in the meantime, we've got water lines. My water lines, I always mark them right close to the bottom, about 6 inches up from the floor, because it works out perfect when the cold water line is coming out straight for the toilet right here, and that's going to be about 6 inches off the ground, off the floor here. So we're going to make some slots, 6-inch and 9-inch. The cold is going to be on the 6-inch lines, and the hot is going to be on the 9-inch lines. So here we go, 6 and 9. All right. Okay, it's going to be a cut. We're going to cut slots. One here, one here, one here, one here. And the pipe's going to go straight through it. Sometimes you will have the opportunity to, straight line, hopefully. Tell you what. Well, I'm going to start this off with the reciprocating saw. How much faster it is with the chainsaw. Okay, so you can see how much faster that was with the chainsaw. So now we're going to, I'm going to actually start on these water lines. This is notching out for the hot and cold water line. The cold being at the bottom and the hot being at the top. So hopefully a better blade to change this out. Hopefully that one will cut a lot safer, a lot faster. And then we have here, normally you can just knock these out with the hammer. Sometimes you may need a chisel, so I do have a chisel, especially if I want it neat. But just take the hammer. And you can just chip that little part out of there. I'd recommend you use the chisel because sometimes when you're cutting the bottom one or knocking the bottom one out, it will cut more out than you need. So use a chisel, you'll be a lot safer and you won't tear up everything. Okay, let's go in there and let's get the rest of them out the way. Now, you get on some job sites and some guys, they will like to drill nice, neat holes. But most residential jobs, you really don't have that time to do a lot of that extra stuff. That's why you'll see that residential work is not done as neat as commercial plumbing, because commercial plumbing, they require you to go a little slower because they want to see how good the end product look. Okay, what I'm gonna do here now is I'm going to find the center. We're gonna balance the bathroom out, make it look nice and uniformed. I know you've probably been to some homes where the vanity and the toilet and everything looked like it was off, and the reason being is because they didn't measure it properly. So we're gonna do that today. First of all, we're gonna start off and we're gonna get the end of the tub right here. And before, I said in the other video, the tub is always, most of the cases, our standard tub is going to be 30 inches. So this is going to be the end of the tub right here, 30-inch tub. So with that in mind, so now we're going to measure it this way, and this is the center right here, the center of the toilet, and we have 15 inches. So what we want to do is we want to get 15 inches on the other side, and that's where we're going to divide the difference between the vanity or wall hung thing, whatever you're going to put in here. Okay, and this is 15 inches over. So now in this area, we can put a vanity or a wall hung sink, but we're going to center it right here. So we're going to center it off the 15 that came off the toilet to there. So that's going to be 33 inches. Okay, we're looking at our mark, which is 33 inches here. So we're going to have the step out for our drain in this area. So we're splitting the difference between, which is going to come out to be 16 and a half, right? So this is going to be the center line for the drain. Now we can determine the size of a vanity. We can go
Maybe a 24-inch vanity or less.
to balance it out if we want to. But then remember, over here, there's going to be a wall here, so we're going to actually come out some. Now, okay, I did come up with 16 and a half, but I didn't allow for the 2x4 wall right here. So we're going to take 3.5 inches, we're going to add 3.5 inches to that and bring that over about 3.5 inches right here. And so now our new center mark is going to be 14 and a half right here. I did mess up because I didn't allow for the 2x4, so I'm coming back and doing it a second time here. So we're going to mark this as the center line for the bathroom sink drain. So it'll come out here somewhere. So that's going to be the measurement for that, and that's how we determine to get our bathroom looking nice and balanced. So between that mark right here and this mark, we could probably fit a vanity in here. Not quite 30-inch vanity, but probably something like a 20, maybe a okay, this is going to be the wall for the opposite side of the tub where the drain's not, and this really don't have anything to do with plumbing, but this is the wall I'm going to put up there. Okay, what I like to do is, and it helps me remember to where to install all my fittings in the right location, is I like to kind of just throw my fittings out there and line them up, and that way I go from there and I start taking it piece by piece and start piecing it together. By knowing the locations of my fittings are there, I don't pass anything up. For example, this one here is going to be for the kitchen sink and the lavatory sink. So I'm going to reduce the bottom one down here because it's going to the bathroom sink. I'm going to reduce that to 1.5 inches, from 2 inch to 2 inch, from 2 inch to 1.5 inches. This is a 2 by 1.5 inch bushing right here. And what I have here is 2 4x2 sanitary tees. I wanted to get a street one that would go inside this one, but couldn't find one. So I just made up one that's gonna do the trick just as well. So here we're gonna reduce that there. And this is gonna go about right here. This one is gonna go about right here. I don't know if you can see it, but there are 2 holes right here for each arm to go through. The 1.5 inches is going to go through here, and the 2 inch here to catch the kitchen sink. And this pipe here is just laying here. It's just a random piece that I grabbed to put in there. So that's going to go here. And this here is a 4-inch sanitary tee with a 2-inch side outlet. And that side outlet there is going to catch the tub. And on top it's going to be vented and also catch the bathroom sink and the kitchen sink. And out here it's going to catch, from the middle part here, is going to catch the toilet. And then we're going to drop down with a 4-inch sweep. So this is actually going underneath, but I'm putting it right here so I know where I'm at right here. I'm just going to lay it there for now. This is going to be the, let's see, take that back. This is going to be the 4-inch closet bin. Closet bin meaning the toilet. The bin for a toilet to catch the toilet. And it's going to be up underneath also. And this is a 4-inch sweep. 4-inch sweeps and 90s are basically the same, except for one is short pattern and one is long. One's longer than the other. See, this one's longer than that one. And these are called, because it's got that nice long sweep right through here, that's going to take the waste and everything and just flush it down to the
Here are video
right
clips
here.
of the next episode. Right here. If you're enjoying these videos,
and again,
give it a thumbs up.
Right here.
Also, become a subscriber. And if you would like to keep up with the latest videos coming out, hit that notification bell, and you'll be one of the first to know when the next video is out. Thanks for watching.
And the offset, and we can cut this 4-inch pipe. So those of you that, you know, that don't have the money, or right now feel like you want to invest into a chop saw right now, this is another alternative. Much. I'm just putting a canvas down here so I don't have to wobble around in the mud. It's really not that muddy, but it's muddy enough. So 40 inches. And we want the P-trap to be as low as we can get it right here, because we want the momentum of the water to have enough room to go down and go through without backing up. If